Good evening. Welcome to Primetime News. I'm Anupama Suvarna. Right now, the headlines. Criminals removed from elected body. Supreme Court's landmark judgment. Indian couple's death in Bahrain. Suspicious suicide or a murder. Goods train sneaked to NH66 on the reverse brake the gate. Anna Bhagya to undivided Dakshina Kannada district launched by Ministers Rai and Sorake. Over speed car on wrong side overturned near Baikampadi. Manipal sexual assault main accused, Yogesh recovered, discharged, arrested. Dawn to dusk fast by Muslims spiritually started on July 10th. Attempted to immolate herself, Ashalata died in Wenlock. The Supreme Court in a landmark judgment declared unconstitutional the provision of the Representation of the People Act that allows elected representatives to continue as members of the elected bodies even after convention in criminal cases. The decision was given by an apex court bench headed by Justice A.K. Patnaik. Section 8 subclause 4 of the Representation of the People Act permits an elected representative to continue in the legislature or parliament even after he or she has been convicted of a criminal offence, after he or she, provided he or she gets the stay of the conviction and sentencing by the High Court. An analysis of affidavits declared by MPs and legislators shows that around 30% of 4,807 lawmakers have criminal cases against them, said a think tank. The Association for Democratic Reforms and National Election Watch, in an analysis of the affidavits provided by candidates to the Election Commission of India before contesting an election, also found that 14% of the current MPs and legislators have serious criminal cases against them. According to analysis of data, 162 or 30% of the 543 Lok Sabha MPs have declared criminal cases against themselves, while 14% of the Lok Sabha MPs have declared serious criminal cases against themselves, said the think tank in a statement here. It said 1,258 or 31% of the 4,032 sitting legislators from all state assemblies have declared criminal cases, while 15% of the current legislators from all state assemblies have declared serious criminal cases against themselves. The Jharkhand 2009 assembly has the highest percentage of elected representatives, 74%, who had declared criminal cases against themselves. None of the legislators of the Manipur 2012 assembly have declared criminal cases against themselves. Among parties, the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha has the highest number of lawmakers, 82% of MPs and legislators who have declared criminal cases against themselves. The Rashtriya Janata Dal follows with 64% and a Samajwadi Party with 48%. The Bharatiya Janata Party follows with 31% of MPs and legislators with criminal cases against them, while the Congress follows with 21%. Some reports claim that an incident in which an Indian couple settled in Bahrain had died under suspicious circumstances was in fact a case of murder followed by suicide. It is suspected that the death of the two occurred separately, although both happened at the same place in close succession. 30-year-old Simzo Paulos and his wife 27 years Sanita Chandi George, both of Kerala origin, were found dead in the residence of Sanita's sister. A local news agency claimed that Paulos had stabbed his wife to death before slitting his own throat. Simzo had married Sanita about 6 months back. The report said that Sanita worked as a nurse in the Department of Health Services in Bahrain. It is said that Sanita was on a visit to her sister's home for a few days to take rest in connection with an abortion she had suffered in the recent past. It is claimed that Paulos, who was searching with anger when he came to the house of Sanita's sister on Monday, July 8th, had approached his wife, stabbed her to death in a fit of rage and then sliced his own throat, causing his own death in a bargain. Reports said that the children of Sanita's sisters were eyewitnesses to this gory incident. It is learned that the police have begun detailed investigation into the incident in the presence of the officials of Indian Embassy in that country. A goods train that had been parked in the yard of Mangalore Chemicals and Fertilizers Limited at Panambur, Mangalore, suddenly moved on the reverse and came on National Highway 66. The train had come to MCF to pick up load of chemical fertilizers from there. The pickup point is located by the side of the National Highway and the trains pass through the tracks laid across the highway to reach there. After the coupling joints between the engine and compartments of the goods train snapped, the train moved on its own backwards. In normal course, whenever the goods train visits MCF, the security personnel of the company close the gates in advance and allow smooth passage of the train by stopping traffic on highway. However, when this incident occurred, there were no security personnel around. Immediately after the compartments of the train broke through the gate of MCF yard and moved out, staff of the train rushed in, applied brakes and averted any untoward incident from happening. Now take a short commercial break. Annabhagya to undivided Dakshina Kannada district launched by Ministers Rai and Sorake. Overspeed car on wrong side overturns near Baikampadi. Manipal sexual assault main accused, Yogesh recovered, discharged, arrested. Dawn to dusk fast by Muslims spiritually started on July 10th. Attempted to immolate herself, Ashalata died in wedlock.